Hello teachers, or anybody watching this tutorial. Today I want to get you guys started on doing video and screen capture. What I mean by that is you can record the screen and talk to whatever it is you're doing, and we'll be able to see what it is on the screen. Now this is primarily, I'm making this tutorial because the coronavirus is blowing up in Australia at the moment and schools are beginning to close, and I really want teachers to be able to access some software that's going to really help them to get their content out to students. What I'm going to do in the link of my YouTube video is add a link down here, okay, and it's for OBS Studios, and it's for the software that we're going to be using today on your computer. So if you go to your web browser, you paste in the link that I've given you by highlighting it, copying it, and pasting it into the top. It's going to come up looking like this. Now you need to choose which one you want. For me, it was just the download the installer, so all I have to do is click on this. And it'll immediately start downloading down here in the bottom left corner. Okay, now this can take quite some time, so I'm going to jump to one that I downloaded already. Basically that, once it's finished, is going to appear in your download file. So I'm going to close this and show you where it's going to look. Jumping over to your folders, and you're going to go to downloads, and as you can see there's going to be one called OBS Studios. So if I double click on that now, it's going to ask me to run it. I'm going to say yes, I'll give permission. I'm going to go next, and I'm going to have a look through there and agree to it, and I'm going to choose it where I want to save it, but normally the default's going to be perfectly fine, so you should be able to click next. I do not want any of these plugins at this stage, and I'm just going to hit install. And as you can see, it's really quite quick, so once it downloads, this install is really quite fast. Alright, and I want it to launch, so I'm just going to say yes, finish. Now when you first open up the program, you might have a few things pop up saying things like, do you want to install Wizard? Quite often it will work if you don't, so I just click no and skip past all those options until you have a screen that looks like this. Essentially this is the program we're going to be using, OBS Studios. And this is it does look quite advanced, but I'm going to show you guys really quickly how to get started. And once you set it up once, every time you open it, it'll automatically be set up and you guys will be ready to go. So what you guys need to do here is jump down to where it says sources, and you need to click down here, and we need to go to the plus. And we need to add the one that's called display capture, and that's going to add my desktop into the background. Now it's going to look a little bit weird because it's going to be capturing itself over and over again. So as you can see, it disappears off into itself because it's recording itself over and over again. Alright, in order to start recording, all we'd need to do is hit start recording and press it again to stop recording. But before you do that, it's important you set up a few things and make sure it's working properly. Okay, for example, this is your audio. So as you can see, this allows you to record desktop audio. So for example, if I was to play a film within the screen, I'd be able to hear it and your students would be able to hear it too. This next one down is called mic. Alright, and as you can see right now, it should be moving. And if you're recording on a laptop that has a built-in microphone, it will be moving around. But mine has a third bar here, which is the external microphone I'm using to record this at home in my study. So I can see that my audio is working fine. Make sure yours is working fine, so you should be seeing a bar here. And if you go down here to maybe your speakers and you adjust them, you should see your top one audio moving around as well. I recommend if you ever start doing a video and you're going to be using desktop audio, make sure that's turned down to 0, because you don't want any of the feedback to come out of your speakers back into your microphone. Alright, once that's complete, we need to do really one last thing. So if we jump into settings, we need to change our settings to video output, and you need to make sure it's on MP4. It might start you off on one of these other ones. MP4 is the easiest one because it's going to come out compressed and small, and you're able to send it straight to your students. And I'm going to click OK. Alright, so we are ready to go. At this point now, you are all ready to start recording. So all you actually need to do, so once you've checked your audio, is hit start recording. So if I press that now, start recording, I've actually started capturing now. So all I do after I hit start recording is I'd minimize the screen, and anything I do out here, such as load PowerPoints, go through PowerPoints as you normally would as a teacher, you can talk to them like you normally would as a teacher, and put up any worksheets, or if you're doing maths and you want to answer some questions up on the screen or go through anything like that, you can do that as well. If you have a tablet that you're using and you can get your pen tool out, anything you draw on here will be seen and captured. So this really is a really good tool. Now you might be thinking, how am I recording this right now when I've only just installed this program? I'm actually using a different screen capture to record this. So I'm going to stop this now. Stop. And the screen capture software I'm using is called, this one, Screen-O-Matic. So I'm using Screen-O-Matic to show you the tutorial of this one. The difference between Screen-O-Matic is it'll only let you record 15 minutes as a maximum, and also won't record desktop audio like this one does. That's why OBS is my favorite and the one I use. And once you set it up, it is really quite easy to use. I really hope this is helpful, and you guys are able to create some videos and send out some content to students, because I don't want this, I don't want people to stop learning because of the coronavirus and all the bad stuff that's going on. Thank you very much for watching.